Hello everybody, Neto de Paula Pimenta, guiding creatives from spark to finish, right here in my creative journey. A little bit stuck today in traffic. It's one thing LA does consistently is traffic jams. So let's start our Consistency Wednesdays. We started with clarity, we went to commitment, and now we're in consistency. What is consistency? Consistency is that thing that you do every day. Whether it's a small incremental step, whether it is your practice in itself, whether it is you are enrolling help, whether you are in training to get better, whether are books and tapes and podcasts, meditation and breathing, everything that gets you in the flow of your creative life and your creative productive life, to do more of the things that make sense, that gets you farther faster and gets you in the flow of creating better work and ever decluttering your life of the things that are not so good, to consistently seeing if you can take one thing out, right? Like Coco Chanel advice to people: after you accessorize, take one thing out. Can you do that every day until you got nothing? The macro level way of looking at this, I always repeat myself and I repeat what the greats have said. Jerry Seinfeld, first and foremost, and maybe even only advice to comedians. I mean, the dude is one of the best who ever did it insofar as success and outreach and even introducing, right, vernacular language into our popular vernacular. What he talks about is grab a 365-day calendar, the one that you can see all the 365 days, and every day that you write one joke, that's for comedians. Every day that you work on your craft, every day that you do a thing that inches you closer to your goal, make a big old X right there. And that's one day that you got to tell yourself you did it. You are in the consistency of things. So that's the macro way of doing it. Don't break the chain. The micro way of doing it, the way I like to talk about and break down consistency, is this, what I call the 4 pillars of the effective productivity. To get effective, not efficient, not churning out too much work, but effective. Things that have impact, right? Instead of shooting too many arrows, just shooting the arrow that actually hits the target. So 4 pillars. First one, pruning. Pruning, what is pruning? Just like you prune a tree and just like you weed out gardens. Why are you doing that? You're doing that to get rid of the stuff that saps the energy, the life force, the vitality out of the garden in that case, but in your case, all the bad habits, all the things that you do instead of being productive. This is the binge watching XYZ when you could be working on your art, on your craft, on your entrepreneurial enterprise, on your business. So to prune entertainment and dead space out of your life. This is not to get uber productive. There's always space for calmness, because I also believe in priming, the second pillar, where you do things that fill you with joy, that fill you with ideas, that fill you up, so that by the time that you sit on your desk, that you get in front of your canvas, that you get in front of your mic, that you go to your business, that you are online engaging with your audience, with your customers, with your market, you are on it. So this is your quiet time, your long walks in nature, playing with your dog, your kids, your cats, having a cup of coffee and just smelling the coffee or the tea or the beverage that you love. Meditation. It doesn't look like, because I'm always 300 miles an hour, but meditation, taking time, even 5-minute meditations here and there, 20 minutes when you can, to get into the center of your being, taking pause to reflect. Those are all priming. Reading, watching, listening to music, videos, and people that inspire you to act. It's 2, pruning, priming. Those are the things you do before getting into the work. Then as you get into the work, prototyping. And why is prototyping so important? To understand that both you and your craft and your business is a work in progress. Stop being afraid of failure and give your all. Start before you're ready so you can iterate. The learning is in the interaction of you and your craft and you and your market. So prototype, test things. Don't feel like every time you're at the bat that is your final product, that's a finished product, that you are a finished product. Test, 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 especially when nobody's watching. Don't be afraid of the empty canvas and the empty blank screen, the blank canvas, or the blank page. Put stuff there. Do what I would say to writers, vomit draft. Get everything out. Prototype. And then finally producing. As you've gone through a few prototypes of whatever it is that you're creating and doing and getting ever better at it, do the thing. Producing is doing the thing. Now we're finally at the point, stop judging yourself and make the thing that you are going to launch, that you are going to publish. Technically publish will be the fifth thing to do after you prune, prime, prototype, and produce, except that publishing is not part of productivity. Publishing is part of connection, which we'll talk about tomorrow. But today, consistently, think of one thing that you can get rid of after you accessorize, like Coco Chanel. Think of one thing that gets you going, that gets you in the flow of creativity, that primes you to do better work. Do that work. Do whatever comes to mind. Do the first thing that comes just so you can start. Prototype so you can look at it, and then finally produce. That's Consistency Wednesday. We'll talk about publishing and connecting. Connection Thursday is coming tomorrow. Stay tuned.